Hello, I'm Essay, your AI essayist. Please note that all content, audio and video in this presentation are AI generated. As AI can sometimes produce inaccuracies, I encourage you to verify any factual information presented. With that in mind, let's begin.
The year 1942 witnessed the culmination of considerable intellectual effort in the form of a manual of operation for the automatic sequence-controlled calculator, a work meticulously crafted under the guiding hand of Grace Hopper. This document, far from being a mere user guide, stands as a foundational text in the nascent field of automated computation, offering a window into the intricate mechanisms and operational principles of a machine that irreversibly altered the landscape of scientific and engineering calculations. To grasp its significance, one must first explore the intellectual ferment from which it emerged, acknowledging the lineage of ideas and engineering feats that preceded its creation. The analytical engine, conceived by Charles Babbage in the 19th century, cast a long shadow over mechanized computation, though Babbage's vision remained unrealized in his lifetime due to limitations in manufacturing technology. His conceptual blueprint for a general-purpose programmable computer served as an inspiration for generations of engineers and mathematicians. Ada Lovelace's notes on the analytical engine, outlining potential algorithms for the device, further cemented the theoretical underpinnings of what would eventually become software. Later, the work of George Boole, particularly his development of Boolean algebra, provided a mathematical framework for representing logical operations electronically. These operations are fundamental to the construction of digital circuits. The practical application of Babbage's ideas awaited the development of electromechanical relays and vacuum tubes. Inventors like Herman Hollerith employed punched cards to automate the processing of census data in the late 19th century, demonstrating the power of machine-readable instructions. This innovation directly paved the way for the use of punched paper tape as a medium for inputting programs into the automatic sequence-controlled calculator, more commonly known as the Harvard Mark I. The creation of the Mark I, spearheaded by Howard Aiken at Harvard University with crucial engineering support from IBM, represented a significant leap forward. It was a massive electromechanical machine, capable of performing complex calculations automatically, guided by sequences of instructions fed in via punched paper. Hopper's manual served as a definitive guide for navigating the complexities of this pioneering machine. It was not simply a collection of instructions. Instead, it detailed the machine's architecture, its operational capabilities, and the procedures for crafting programs to solve a wide range of mathematical problems. The manual elucidated the intricate interplay between the Mark's various components: the storage registers, the arithmetic units, the control mechanisms, and the input-output devices. It provided programmers with a comprehensive understanding of how to orchestrate these components to execute complex algorithms. A key aspect of Hopper's manual was its explanation of the Mark, his programming system. This system, while primitive by modern standards, allowed users to define sequences of arithmetic operations, conditional branches, and data transfers. The manual presented a systematic approach to breaking down complex problems into smaller, manageable steps that the machine could execute automatically. It described the format of the punched paper tape, the conventions for encoding instructions and data, and the techniques for debugging programs. The Mark's capabilities were immediately applied to solving critical problems arising from World War I. Ballistics calculations, which were essential for accurately aiming artillery, were greatly accelerated by the machine. The task of generating firing tables, which had previously been a laborious and time-consuming process, was now automated. This markedly improved the accuracy and efficiency of artillery fire. The machine also played a role in designing lenses for optical instruments and solving fluid dynamics problems related to the development of naval mines. Consider the calculation of projectile trajectories. Prior to automated computation, human computers painstakingly performed these calculations by hand, using mechanical calculators. This process was slow, prone to errors, and severely limited the number of scenarios that could be analyzed. The Mark I, guided by programs detailed in Hopper's manual, automated this process, enabling engineers to rapidly explore a wide range of projectile designs and firing conditions. The manual provided programmers with the knowledge necessary to translate the complex equations of motion into a series of instructions that the Mark I could execute with remarkable speed and precision. The immediate impact of Hopper's manual and the Mark I was substantial in the realm of scientific research. Researchers found that they could tackle mathematical problems previously deemed intractable. Physicists used the machine to model nuclear reactions. Astronomers analyzed celestial orbits. Statisticians processed vast datasets. The machine opened new avenues of inquiry and accelerated the pace of scientific discovery during a critical period in history. This was a period characterized by intense technological advancement and a need for rapid, accurate calculations in support of wartime F. Beyond its immediate applications, Hopper's manual served as a template for subsequent generations of computer programmers and system designers. Its clear and concise explanations of programming concepts helped to demystify the process of interacting with machines. It fostered a culture of collaboration and knowledge sharing within the nascent computer science community. The manual's influence extended beyond the realm of hardware, shaping the development of programming languages and software engineering practices. The work directly influenced individuals such as John Backus, who would later lead the team that developed Fortran, one of the first high-level programming languages. Backus acknowledged the foundational nature of Hopper's work in providing a framework for understanding how to translate human-readable instructions into machine-executable code. Similarly, figures like George Dantzig, the inventor of the simplex algorithm for linear programming, benefited from the increased computational power afforded by machines like the Mark I, which were programmed according to the principles outlined in Hopper's manual. However, the early reception of the Mark I and Hopper's associated manual was not without its critiques. Some engineers, steeped in the traditions of analog computation, questioned the practicality and efficiency of digital machines. Analog computers, which represent continuous quantities using physical variables such as voltage or current, was seen as more intuitive and easier to program for certain types of problems. Critics argued that the Mark I, with its reliance on discrete, digital representations, was inherently limited in its ability to model real-world phenomena accurately. Furthermore, the programming process for the Mark I was undeniably cumbersome. Punching paper tape was a tedious and error-prone task. Debugging programs required meticulous examination of the tape and careful tracing of the machine's execution. There existed no high-level programming languages or sophisticated debugging tools. Programmers had to work at a very low level, directly manipulating the machine's internal registers and memory locations. This necessitated a deep understanding of the machine's architecture and operational intricacies. Despite these limitations, the Mark I and Hopper's manual represented a pivotal step towards the development of modern computers. The machine demonstrated the feasibility of automated computation and paved the way for the creation of faster, more powerful, and more versatile electronic computers. The manual provided a valuable resource for programmers and system designers, fostering a nascent community of individuals who were passionate about harnessing the power of machines to solve complex problems. Later revisions of the manual incorporated feedback from users and reflected advancements in the machine's capabilities. As the Mark I was upgraded and modified, the manual was updated to document these changes. Additional sections were added to cover new programming techniques and advanced applications. The manual evolved into a comprehensive reference work, serving as an indispensable guide for anyone working with the Mark I. While groundbreaking in its time, was rapidly surpassed by subsequent generations of computers that harnessed the speed and efficiency of vacuum tubes and, later, transistors. Machines like the ENIAC and UVAC offered significantly greater computational power and programmability. These advances led to a shift away from electromechanical relays towards purely electronic computation. While the Mark I eventually became obsolete, the fundamental principles of operation and programming described in Hopper's manual remained relevant. The legacy of a manual of operation for the automatic sequence-controlled calculator extends far beyond the specific details of the Mark I. It embodies the spirit of innovation and the relentless pursuit of knowledge that characterized the early days of computer science. Hopper's manual served as a bridge between the theoretical foundations of computation and the practical realities of building and programming machines. Her work helped to lay the groundwork for the digital revolution that has transformed every aspect of modern society. The influence of this work on later developments is readily apparent. Consider the concept of subroutines, which are reusable blocks of code that can be invoked from different parts of a program. Hopper championed the use of subroutines in her programming work, recognizing their power to simplify complex algorithms and promote code reuse. This concept became a cornerstone of structured programming and modular software design, influencing the development of programming languages like ALGOL and Pascal. Moreover, Hopper's work on compilers, which translate high-level programming languages into machine-executable code, built upon the foundational principles outlined in her manual. Her pioneering work in this area helped to make computers more accessible to a wider range of users, allowing them to express their ideas in more natural and intuitive ways. Compilers abstracted away the complexities of machine-level programming, enabling programmers to focus on the logic of their algorithms. In conclusion, a manual of operation for the automatic sequence-controlled calculator is a testament to the ingenuity and foresight of Grace Hopper. The manual is more than just a historical document. It represents a crucial chapter in the history of computing. Its clear articulation of programming principles, its detailed explanation of machine architecture, and its emphasis on practical applications helped to shape the trajectory of the field. Hopper's manual stands as a reminder that the creation of powerful technologies requires not only engineering prowess but also the ability to document and disseminate knowledge effectively. The work serves not only as a guide to a specific machine but also as a roadmap toward the future of automated computation, a future that continues to unfold with each passing day.
We really appreciate you tuning into this AI-powered presentation. Our goal is to push the boundaries of AI in content creation, and your input is invaluable. If there's a particular subject you'd like to see us tackle next, or if you have suggestions on how we could fine-tune our AI's creative prompts, please don't hesitate to leave your ideas in the comments section. We're excited to bring you more unique content very soon.